everyone, it's Anik here, and today we're going to be doing a little video based around Fortnite yet again, as I normally do, and it's going to be based around my personal opinion and what they should do next. I'm not saying it's going to happen, it's just generally my thoughts and what they should change and what they should do to make the next season and the next chapter a lot better for what it is, because otherwise I feel like the game's going to start to die down after lockdown. But yeah, let's just get straight back into it, and I'll see you in the video. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone that has been subbing and supporting me recently. I know I keep saying it in every video and every stream, but we have lowered the non-subscribers by 32.8%, and that is ridiculous. That is crazy. You guys are going fucking ham. I love you all for doing that. And if you haven't already, feel free to go share it to a friend. You know, as we're on the road to 1k, and I do say it a lot, but I won't stop until we reach it. You know, it's my biggest milestone, and if we could hit it this year, it means so much. But let's get straight onto it, and I will see you in the video. The stuff we're talking about, the whole season overall, the whole season has been pretty shit. They've dragged it out, and they've also decided to add small things in which I haven't liked. They've added that battle royale, party royale, which was generally pointless. I actually stayed up for one of the events, which was the first event they done, and it just seemed like they didn't put much work into it, and it was just a bit awful, if I'm honest. And yeah, they've just added small things like that, which I'm guessing they've aimed it more towards the kids that they have played the game. They might have enjoyed that, but at the same time, I feel like they need to work on the actual game, not add stuff. Which is the servers. The servers at the minute are absolutely awful. I don't know if any of you had any problems, but some people can neither get on, which could be from PlayStation Network or Xbox, and that's one thing they need to fix. I know they've got a lot of people playing the game at the minute, but that's something you got to overcome and then find a way to fix it. And I do hope they're trying to fix that, as sometimes why I don't play the game a lot, because it just causes havoc, and it sort of changes your mood when you can't get on a game, and it takes about 10 years to load. But the next point is going to be based around the AIs and stuff. So I'll see you in a minute. Point I'm going to talk about is the whole AIs and bots and henchmen, and it's awful. Like, first of all, I don't know why they added henchmen. If any of you find it a good idea, I do like the fact that you get a heavy bolt sniper from one of them at each point, which is always a plus. You know, heavy snipers are fucking amazing. But at the same time, that their aim is ridiculous. They see you, they start shooting you, and if he's got a minigun and you haven't got a gun, you are dead, no matter what. And it is a pain in the arse. And another thing, they're bots that they have to fill the game, so everyone can play, and it's like above 90. A lot of the time they can't build, they can't shoot. Sometimes the aim is all good, but at the same time, overall they need to fix that, because on the forum it says that they should be equivalent to normal players, which, if I'm honest, if they class that as a normal player, then I'm a bit worried. Like, fair dues if you're going to chuck bots in, but where they've taken that skill-based matchmaking, where I spoke about that in the last video, I need to sort of fix that out for people that are not experienced on the game. So maybe maybe under 10 hours they played, which will make the game a lot better, because it will teach them how to play, how to build, and the whole logics of the game. So once they've fixed that, then that'd be a good thing. I'm really hoping they do take a lot of these points that people have suggested as well, especially me as well, and change it, because next season they need something to go off with a bang to be able to make that, what's the word, be exciting for people, because at the minute the game isn't very exciting, and people just feel like they're being forced to play the game, if that makes sense, rather than wanting to go on it to enjoy it, which could, especially with the skill-based matchmaking not being there, it's always a good thing, but at the same time it's negative, which I generally feel like they just need to sit there, brainstorm, and go through people's forum posts and fix the problems that people are saying, because there is so many problems on the game, which are just small things that they need to patch, that they need to eventually do. Otherwise, the season is just going to become shit next season. I do apologise for swearing. It's a habit. But let's get straight on to the next point. Big point that a lot of you might agree with me, but I feel like they need to go back to one of the old maps, Tilted Towers. I don't really know many places on it, because I only played for like 2 seasons in the chapter 1, but I enjoyed the old maps. The old maps were more, what's the word? You could get around more. Is it mobility? I'm pretty sure more mobile. That's the one. And it was a lot easier to get around, and you knew where you're going. This map has been a bit of a weird one. Although it has a lot of places on it, and I do rate that, with the whole lake and the streams that you can swim down, but at the same time it's a bit of a pain in the arse. The water is annoying, but you know, at the end of the day, they need to take this to board, because the old maps, and everyone will say this, the old maps were the best, and I honestly do rate the old maps for everything. Tilted Towers is my favourite place. I don't know about you guys, but if it was, feel free to comment. But yeah, let's get straight to the next point. There is quite a few points in this video, so I do apologise, but let's get straight into it. Another key thing that sort of comes under the category of their whole network and stuff is trying to fixing the problems through phasing through buildings, and FPS problems and ping. I don't know if any of you experienced this recently, but a lot of people have been having so many FPS problems compared to what they were having, like, let's say 2 months ago. And it doesn't help the fact that there's so many people on the game. But whatever they're adding, and these silly little party battle royale things, it's just a waste of space, in my opinion. Like, it's just, I totally get they're trying to entertain people, but it's not worth it, if I'm honest. Like, they should just focus on fixing the actual main performance of the game rather than anything else. Otherwise, people are just going to stop playing, because then it'll lead to more streamers not streaming the game and going to other different games, and content creators as well, like myself. People will decide to like start going to games like Valorant or Warzone, because Warzone's still popping and Valorant is on the upcoming. It is an amazing game. I wish I could play it, but I haven't got a code yet. And yeah, it's mad how they haven't fixed these sort of problems, and they haven't even updated any of the people. Like the skill-based matchmaking, it's so little, but if you focus on just noticing that, then you will notice it. But they didn't say anything about it in the recent patch notes or update notes, which is quite weird. But yeah, I'm sorry for talking really quickly. I just wanted to speak a bit faster and get it all over to you without dragging it out too much, because I know you guys don't like me talking too much. But yeah, let's get on straight into the next key point. I just want to point out that you will hear, I know you've probably already heard it about 1,000,000 times, but you will hear like a slight beep, like a Windows sound, if you know what that's like. Basically, when I was clicking my hotkey to record, I was clicking my wrong one at the same time, so it would make a beeping noise, which was annoying. But I'm pretty sure the rest of the clips from now on should be without the beep, but I have tried to cut it out for you for a better experience. But let's get straight back into it. The key point, a lot of other content creators have said, I'm not stealing this idea, I was just generally getting this one off of one of my friends that plays like the championships and the tournaments and stuff, because some of them require you to get a high enough level in arena, and that's the only reason arena is used, so there's not always a lot of people that play it. So I feel like they should rework or revamp or change arena, so people will enjoy playing it and want to play it, rather than just using it to be able to get into the tournaments and stuff and championships, because otherwise it's just used to go on to further, which is fair enough, but I feel like they should either keep it or put it under, like cancel it for the time being, so then people can sit there and they can work out what they can do to make us as players themselves want to play arena, without there just being a reasoning behind it, if that makes sense, because otherwise it gets a bit boring when there's not a lot of people. And yeah, let's get on straight to the next key point. Overall, they need to fix the whole problem with their updates and stuff. Like, they need to make it so it's like the old days where it was every 2 weeks. Or even if they could make it close to that, so like every 3 weeks or every month. Like, it sounds stupid, but them sort of things allow people and makes people want to come back on the game to be able to see what they've done, what they've changed. And it irritates me the fact that they haven't done this sort of stuff. I totally get there's a lot of stuff in the world going on with the whole COVID-19, and it's not easy on a lot of people and families and just businesses in general. But if you were a games developer yourself, you guys that are watching now, would you sit there and be how they're acting? Like, they might be doing stuff behind the scenes that we don't know, and it makes it look bad on their half. But at the same time, they're not giving any updates, or they're not giving any feedback. And I feel like they need to just start posting. Even if they was to start posting a lot more and tell people what's going on and not done an update, then people would be more okay with it, because then they know the reasonings behind it. But it's sort of like it just left you in the dark, and it makes no sense in my opinion. Like, they need to sort that out. Hopefully they fix all this stuff for season 3, chapter 2, isn't it? But yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy. This is going to be the end of it. I really hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, please make sure to like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Adios.